Alright, you guys, so today we'll be playing War by System of a Down. So first of all, this song, as well, the whole record, it's in drop C tuning, which is a whole step down from your standard tuning, from the first string to the fifth, but then you do the same with the sixth and take it down a whole step further, which basically leaves you with a D, an A, an F, a C, a G, and a C again. Alright? So let's get into the intro, which it's something like this. Alright, so basically you begin with this C sharp here in the third string, 8th fret, and this C, 7th fret, third string, and you can hear it on the studio version. I think live he only plays a single note, but on the studio version, I'm not sure if he played it accidentally or not, but I think it does give some body that you add when you play the C with an upstroke. You hit the open C or the fourth string because they're the same notes, C. So yeah. Alright, and some muting here with your left hand, or your fretting hand. Alright, so yeah, you repeat that 3 times. But then you get to this F in the second string, 8th fret. You alternate it with the C. Alright, and then you repeat. So yeah, that's the intro. Then we get to the main riff and chorus riff, which goes something like this. Alright, plenty of groove there. So this riff is basically playing power chords in the 5th and 6th string. You play power chords in this tuning by basically barring the whole fret in those strings. You bar the same fret. Hope that makes sense. So yeah, you begin by playing this C. Let me tell you the notes first. So this is C, which is open, F sharp, which is in the 6th fret, G sharp, the 8th fret, and then you close it with 2, well, I'm not sure how you call them in English, but you're basically playing octaves, which is basically this D sharp and this E. Basically you play those, well, this D sharp here is in the 8th fret of the 5th string, and it's octave. Just so you know, you can find it by basically going up 2 frets and going up 2 strings. So basically 3rd string, 10th fret, and E, which is right next to it, basically 9th and 11th fret respectively. It's the 5th and 3rd string. So you play something like this. You just gotta pay attention to the rhythm. C twice this F sharp, C, once this F sharp again, C and G sharp here, twice, and return to the F sharp. And we get to the octave. F sharp, okay? Something like that. So slowly. Alright, then we get to the verse riff, which is something like this. C sharp and C, basically first fret and open. You add that muting by the second half, where when it gets, it starts to get heavier, and you know what I mean. And then you close it by playing the F sharp that we played before. All right, so 3 times. All right, C sharp, C, C sharp, C, F sharp, C, F sharp, C. All right, and that's the verse riff. Which leads us to, well, again, the main riff. But you close the second, you repeat the whole thing, but then you close the second chorus by playing this variation of the main riff. Again. Same notes, but you add some staccato, and a lot of palm muting, especially in the C. All right, but then you play twice, and instead of playing the octaves, you just play the power chord. Basically, you ditch the octave and you jump down a string, basically the note the octave or the note or your fingering that you were playing in the 10th and 11th fret of the third string, you move it to the 4th. And slowly should be something like this. Alright, so yeah, that's the the second version of that riff, of the chorus riff. Then we get to the bridge, which has plenty of variations of the following. I have split it in like 6 parts, but they're almost all the time the same notes. So the first part is the following. Alright, that's how it begins. The notes are the following, all right? You play them all in the 4th string, all right? Starting always with an open C, basically, every 3 notes. So. And the notes are the following. D sharp, basically 15th fret, C sharp, 13th fret, and C in the 12th fret, all right? Back and forward. You get back, and then you return. Sorry about that one. You return with this B in the 11th fret, C in the 12th fret, and D in the 14th fret. All right. So. All right. So that's the first part of the bridge. Then you get to the second version or whatever, which is when Serge starts saying, "We must call upon our great darkness," which basically you just keep repeating the first part, D sharp, C sharp, and C. All right, just keep repeating that one. Then we get to the third part, which is basically when he starts saying, "So you must enter a road to destroy it," which basically you start repeating the last part of the first one, which is basically B, C, and D. Alright, then we get to the 4th part, which is the only one that actually has another string. It goes something like this. Alright, so it's basically the same thing that we were doing in the B, C, and D, but the first one actually hits this G here, 3rd string, 14th fret, and then we do the B, C, D. Alright, hope that makes sense. Then the fifth part, this one is when he says no international security, no call of the, you know. So then we get to this fifth variation of it, which is when he says reasons he must attain. You just keep playing the B, C, and D. And then we close it when he starts saying of war we don't speak anymore, which is basically D sharp, C sharp, and C. That's the whole song. You basically just go back to the second variation of the chorus and you just this closes in C. So hope it made sense. Thanks for watching and see you next time.